So my Eagles got smacked on Sunday. They got bounced from the NFL playoffs in embarrassing fashion. And I'll be honest, I had to take a few days before I talked about it because I needed time to lick my wounds. But now I'm ready to talk about it. And no, not that lackluster offensive performance by the Eagles, but I do want to talk about a commercial by Microsoft Copilot and the NFL. I don't know if you caught it, but what stood out to me wasn't just that this reflected a brand deal of the type that Anu Kanal and I work on and talk about regularly, but really the commercial itself and what it said about AI and recruiting. So picture this: there's this jacked linebacker prospect who's running his 40-yard dash, and he flies by the scouts and flies by the radar so quickly that they're looking at their timers in disbelief. So quickly that one of the scouts pulls out his laptop and starts typing. He's prompting Copilot, and he wants the AI to provide him with the other linebacker prospects that have similar 40 times. In this case, I think it was 4.5, which is fast for that position. The AI in a few seconds provides the other prospects that ran similar 40 times. Now he needs to narrow down the field, so he prompts the AI to further filter out for those candidates that have demonstrated leadership qualities. Immediately, the AI spits out what apparently is the perfect candidate. And the commercial ends, but you can imagine that scout scampers off excitedly to his team, to the front office, to tell them, I know exactly who we need to draft, guys. Although that commercial involved actors, it really wasn't hypothetical in the age of analytics in front offices and coaching. Teams are using data across sports and they need to analyze that data, so they're using AI. Shout out to my guy, Adrian Lorenzo, who works in the analytics space in baseball. As a business, we are cautious but intentional adopters of AI to optimize our own business operations. And as a client service firm, we know it's not a question of if, but rather how our clients are using AI and how can they navigate using it safely. So, can you as a business owner use AI in your recruiting decisions? While the regulatory framework on AI is still unclear in key areas, the law already penalizes failures to deal with AI's tendency to reinforce bias in employment decisions. Whether decisions are made by humans or algorithms, federal law prohibits discrimination based on protected classes. And under the disparate impact doctrine specifically, it doesn't matter whether there's a discriminatory intent. All that matters is if in practice, your decision making process, even if it's on its face neutral, has a disproportionate impact, a disproportionate harm on certain groups. The Equal Employment Opportunity Commission actually enforced this in a practical way called the four-fifths rule. Now, the Trump administration has made a point of deregulating AI. And so, not surprisingly, that four-fifths rule has come off of the EEOC website. However, federal anti discrimination laws still are on the books, and state law still applies. And increasingly, more and more states are putting specific AI statutes in place to protect against bias in employment decisions. So, can you draw inspiration from the NFL commercial for your business? Using AI to sort measurable data like 40-yard dash times, GPAs, and years of experience likely won't expose you to a lot of employment discrimination risk. Although you should be careful about how you're handling data and personal information. Using AI to identify qualitative traits like leadership, however, now that introduces more legal risk. Why? Well, what if your AI's method of sorting leadership qualities disproportionately harms certain groups, is predisposed against certain demographics? By way of analogy, I've read plenty of articles and seen plenty of posts on LinkedIn where women users of AI prompt the AI to generate an image of them based on their prompts and their queries. This AI then spits out an image of a white man multiple occasions. On one hand, it's comically off base, but on the other hand, it does raise concerns that AI can associate certain qualitative traits with certain demographics. It's not just limited to the context of generate an image of me. There are plenty of reports and studies of how AI in resume and cover letter sorting also lends itself to bias against protected classes. We tell you to watch the ops, identify ways to optimize your business operations. While AI can be one of those tools, you have to be careful about how you use it, especially in employment decisions. So if you have questions about use of AI, both how to use it to improve your operations, or how to navigate acquiring a business that uses AI. We would love to talk to you. You can shoot us a DM or schedule a consultation with us. Take care.